It has another meaning also of close. Adna also means something that's close to you. Dunya is close to you, and akhirah seems to be later on. So it has both meanings, but typical meaning is here, dunya meaning hakir. Adna is hakir, meaning low, something very low, of no value in mudhakkar, and the muannas forms are dunya. So this is like, if I say ahsana and mudhakkar, what will be muannas based on this sound? Try it. Husna. MashaAllah. So you got the form. So if I say asghar, asghar, sughra. And why do we have the flower on the left?
Female.
MashaAllah. So he was the first one to guess. So, oh our Rabb, give us hasana. So we are asking our Rabb for hasana every day. We do?
Yes.
What is in your mind? What are you asking?
Which is good.
What, like Mr. Hassanat, you think of like a Mercedes SEL 600 or I don't know, and a big house.
What is good for me?
What is good for you? Good. What do you ask?
Anything I need.
No, we did like we should be specific. There's no harm in asking for sehat. Let's see what things we can ask. We can ask for hasana. Fit dunya, in this world, what is hasana? Hasanun and Hasan, this is mudhakkar, and Hasana is muannas because of the ta, like Muslim, Muslima. So anything, even if it's wealth, asset, job, business, children, friends, they're all Hasana, and they're not Hasana if they become a barrier to your hereafter. So the same thing, if used in a positive sense, is Hasana. So it's no harm asking for, well, oh Allah, give me a lot of money so I can spend it your way. Alhamdulillah. Oh Allah, give me a big jeep so I can go for dawah all the way to, I don't know, Wellington or wherever. Who give you? So there's no. So the thing to know is, if it damages your hereafter, it's not hasana. So what is hasana? Basic necessities: health, welfare, family, halal, provision, honor, respect. We ask for all of them. Things that are beneficial for hereafter, such as ilmun nafi. That ilm which is beneficial. Of course, there's ilm to do magic. We don't want that. So the lot of ulum out there, we should not even touch. But they are ulum. Let's not be strayed away. So the correct aqidah, we should ask for that. Allah. Good actions, ikhlas in our actions, good morals, guidance, good friends. This is hasana. We should think about these when we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana. So allimu, what does that mean? Teach this now. So allimu, you all teach. And uktubu, you all write. Alhamdulillah. So wafil akhirah hasana. And we also ask, oh our Rabb, give us in akhirah. So akhirah is muannas, akhir. So akhir means the last. Akhir means the last. But if I say akhir, I change this zayd with zabar or kasra with fatha, it means the other. So see, such a big difference just by changing the haraka. So akhir means here last, and akhirah hereafter. So in the akhirah I also want hasana. So you know what my next question would be. You ask, what kind of hasanas do you ask for akhirah? MashaAllah, Jannatul Firdaus. What else? What else? Companionship with the Prophet ﷺ next to him. What else? That's all. Yeah, I ask for the hurs. Anything else? Alhamdulillah, Allah ka didar. You know, that's the highest form of hasana. Let's all think about that. This is good pleasure of Allah. Ridwan Allah, Rizwan. Allah's Rizwan, mashallah. Pleasure of Allah, paradise. Company of the prophets. Alhamdulillah. Next to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, next to Ibrahim alayhi salam. Imagine next to Musa alayhi salam, next to Ayub alayhi salam, next to Isa alayhi salam. All these prophets will be next to them. Alhamdulillah. So opportunity to see Allah. You know, I read somewhere, I don't remember the hadith, but we have ulama here, they can correct me if I'm wrong, but I read this someplace that if you want to have the maximum didar of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, one of the things in dunya that you do actually can make you do more of it. And that thing is worth listening to. When in salah, in jamaat, the closest you are to the imam gives you an increased possibility of, greater possibilities of Didar of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So next time when you're in the masjid, brothers,
To go first row.
if they only knew the first row, and if they only knew behind the Imam, you rush to it. And if they only knew, there's a hadith, if they only knew the ajr of being in salah for Isha and Fajr, that's also from a hadith. They would come walking on their knees. If they all crawling on their knees, whatever. If they only knew the ajr. So, inshallah, we would like the opportunity to see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inshallah. This is what we ask for. Wa fil akhirati hasana. So let's do. Hal karata. Now tell me. Hal karata. If you want to say, I did not read. What will you say? Ma karatu. Excellent. If I want to say, yes, I read. Na karatu. Excellent. Hal katabta. Ma katabtu. Or if I say I did, na katabtu. Mashallah. Hal darasta. Naam darastu or ma darastu. Hal fahimta. Naam fahimtu or ma fahimtu. Hal alimta. Ma alimtu or alimtu. Hal takrau. If you want, see now, brother, what's the name? Ehsan? No. Mukassar? Okay, the broken one, right? Okay. See, Mukassar, okay, anyway. So, Hal takrau, this is with Mudare. So, we are saying now, no with La. Hal takrau? La krau. I did not read. Hal taktu? La. La aktub. I did not write. Hal tadrus? La adrus. I did not study. Hal tafham? La afham. Hal ta'alam? La a'lam. MashaAllah. Waqina adab an-nar. So waw is separated. Waw means and qi is a complete word. Qi means save, and na means us. So save us is waqina. And if I want to say save me, how will I say? Waqini. So how is this one letter qaf is actually a full word in Arabic, meaning you save. And who saved me? You save waqini or waqina, you save us. You remember we talked about weak letters? So the actual verb is waw, qaf, ya. Waqa or waqiya, right? So when we talked about when we go into amr, what happens to the weak letters? They run away. So the waw runs away, the ya runs away. What's left? Qaf, so ki. So ki is the whole word meaning save. Same way in Arabic, if you want to say see, it's simply raw.
Please share the screen.
Share the screen, what happened?
नहीं वो कोने पे लिखा ना आपको दिख रहा है.
The screen's gone.
The screen's gone?
I can't see.
No. Brother Ashur,
It's back, but
It's back.
need to
tell
read
them you
it.
just write on the main board, not on the side board. आप उनको बता दें कि आपने मेन बोर्ड पे लिखा, साइड बोर्ड पे कुछ नहीं.
I did not write on the sideboard.
वो भी नहीं लिख रहा है. जहाँ तक लाइट है वही लिख रहा है.
नहीं, वो तो projector है. That's showing this thing. How come they can see me? I think also they can't see me either.
Alhamdulillah, it's fine now.
It's fine now.
Your shadow goes on. Your shadow goes on that.
Now you can see, right?
You are joking.
Okay. So waqina and protect us adab an-nar. The adab of nar. So we want to save. We say, oh Allah, save us from the punishment of fire. Something very, very painful to understand is some Muslims may have to go through cleansing process, and we should raise our hand and say, oh Allah, save us from that process. You know, saying it is easy. Imagine even 1 second in hell. Okay, no, we don't want to be. So save us from that. May Allah save us all. What?
Say that line again, please.
What's that? Some Muslims may have to go through a cleansing.
Waqina.
Waqina. So wa is and, ki is save, na is us. And save us, adab is punishment. Is punishment. Adab, ban, see ba adds to noon. Ban, nar. Ban, nar. Nar. Nar is fire. So in case of istighfar, how does Allah so Rahman, so Ar-Rahim, how does He save us? You know, all the difficulties that we face in this world, through them, our sins are forgiven. So if someone is on a deathbed for a long time, that also can be a source of forgiveness. And all the difficulties that he faces. So whenever you have a difficulty, think about it, oh Allah. So, no, because, and subhanallah, Allah Ta'ala is perfect. He gave me the sickness maybe to relieve me of my sins, and I am not thinking about it. So any difficulty we go through, our sins are being washed away, alhamdulillah. So that's another way. And of course, step by step, but we're asking Allah to forgive us in this world, not wait for the azab in the qabr, God forbid, or of Hashr. You know, in Hashr, some of us, God forbid, may have to stand in that Hashr in the Maidan for thousands of years. But there's glad tidings for us all. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that there are 7 categories of people who on that day will be under the shadow of His arsh, mahfuz. So those 7 categories of people, wouldn't we want to be one of them? One of the categories is when a Muslim brother meets a Muslim brother and departs from him only for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah may count him in those people that on that day are under His arsh. So dear brothers, I think we are meeting each other only for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we are departing only for that. Is there any other reason? Any business contract? Nothing else? Oh Allah, consider this meeting as the one that you have indicated in this hadith, inshallah, and make us of those who will be saved on that day and will be under the shadow of His arsh, on His throne. So let's say waqina adhab an-nar. So an important prayer after salah. This is the one everybody in this class has to know this, And look at it, how beautiful it is. You know, we have just started to learn Arabic. So we should know almost 50% of these words anyway. Wa'an Mu'az, and you know, from Mu'az, radiyallahu anhu, radiyallahu, Allah is pleased, Allah be pleased, anhu, with him. So you know all the words. Anna, that, remember? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So all this line we know, alhamdulillah. Akhaza is to hold and carry. So what did the Prophet do? Akhaza. He held who? Biyadi, with the hand, his hand. So he held his hand and he said, Waqala. And he said, Ya Mu'az. O Mu'az. Wallahi. Now what is Wallahi?
Why Allah?
Qasam. Why is it Qasam?
Yes.
Wallahi. O Mu'az, by Allah. Inni. Indeed I. The la is separate. La taqeed wala. For sure. Uhibbuka. Uhib is love. I love you. Uhibbuka. And if I would say, oh, I love him. Uhibbu who? So, I don't know. I can say that on this. Anyway, so Uhibbuka, I love you. Thumma. And then he did. Usika, I advise you. Nasiya, remember? I advise you, O Mu'az, do not forget, in the end of every salah, to do what? To say this, Allahumma, O Allah, let's see this. Allahumma, say, O Allah, a'inni. So it's like this. A'in, go on. A'inni. A'inni with right hand. So, help me. Like say, ij'alni, make me. Here it is, a'inni. So this is a verb which you have not studied, but you get the concept. A'inni, oh Allah, help me. Help me to do what? Ala dhikrika. Allah on to dhikrika. Zikrika, your zikr. Zikr was masdar from where? Zakara, yaskuru. So zikr was masdar. So if I want to say his remembrance, zikruhu, zikruka, or this is zikrika. So help me to remember you, to make zikr of you. So that means in order to remember Allah, I need Allah's help. Is that so? You know, we have memorized all those du'as that we recite before eating, after eating, before sleeping, after sleeping, coming out of the house, coming in, and we forget them usually. That means most of the time, to remember those du'as, we also need Allah's help. So Allahumma a'inni ala dhikrika. Help me so that I can remember you, make zikr of you, and wa shukrika, and that I give thanks to you. How many times do we forget to give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? In fact, most of the time. So Allah, help me to be thankful of you, of all the blessings that you give me. Salah to salah. You live your life, one salah to the other. Remember? One salah to the other. And in every salah we remember, what do you remember? Our death. MashaAllah. So ala dhikrika wa shukrika. Wa husni ibadatik. Husni is the best possible way. Ibadati. Ibadatin. Remember where the word ibadatun was? Abada. Okay, let's do it together. Abada, abadu, abatta, abattum, abattu, abatna. Ya'budu, ya'buduna, abudu. This one is your test. Is it obud, obudu, or ebudu, or abudu? It's nasara. It's nasara. Obudu, obud, obud, obudu. La ta'bud, la ta'budu. Abid, ma'bud, ibadah. Here's the ibadah. So ibadah is worship. So ibadatika, your ibadah. Ibadatikum, ibadah of you. Ibadatuhu, his ibadah. So, oh Allah, help me so I can make zikr of you and give thanks to you and do your worship in the best possible way. Alhamdulillah. So after we recite the salah, I can say that I did not do this ibadah in the best possible way. So make my next salah better than this one, inshallah. Oh Allah, thank me for giving me the opportunity to worship you. Alhamdulillah.
Ustad, can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
The word Rika,
Now,
I suppose it has come from Zakara.
right?
So did you use that, do we use the rule of Fa'al and Maf'ul to decide?
No, over here, zikr is the masdar. If you remember, like this. Zakara was Zakir, Maskur, Zikr. Zikr came from here. The ism, the masdar, the verbal noun. Zikr. Source. And same as Ibadah. Same like Maghfirah. So all these masdar are used now. These are nouns. Those, when you see the meaning of Fa'il, you will see Dhakir. So who will be Dhakir? The one who remembers. And the one who is remembered, what will he be called? Maskur. No, I didn't tell you that.
And zikr.
And zikr. So that means it has been wired in. Alhamdulillah. I think, brother, they don't even need the test. They're passed as all. So, no, but inshallah we have to. So we are just half a lesson away from completing. No, have we completed or? There's one more lesson? 19B, okay, 19B. So, for the rest of the evening, let's revise what we have to do. We inshallah finish this lesson in about 15 minutes. Then we can have a 5-minute break before the quiz begins.
Yes.
Asr is, we pray Asr at 6 inshallah. Asr and tea break is together. And then they have their quiz. And before the quiz, I have to tell them Asim's journey. The journey of Asim, that's the last part. Asim went on to a journey and what happened with him. And then we have tea and then quiz and then that's the end inshallah. Okay. So let's work on grammar. This is our lesson about weak letters. Already we have done 5 verbs with weak letters. Who will remind me the 5 verbs with weak letters? We did wa'ada, wa'ada, wajada, walada. Remember 3 yesterday? They all have weak letters? Wa'ada, repeat, wa'ada, wajada, walada. And the 2 that we did today are qala and qama. And today inshallah we'll do taba and kana. Kana. Okay, so let's start with, of course, the table that we love most. And we cannot live without it. Okay, let's try. Fa'ala, fa'alu, fa'alta, fa'altum, fa'altu, fa'alna, yaf'alu, yaf'aluna, taf'alu, taf'aluna, af'alu, naf'alu, if'al, if'alu, la taf'al, la taf'alu, fa'il, maf'ul, fi'l. وفعل يفعلت ويفعل يتفعل أنت تفعل يتفعل. Who's going to do it? Brother is one? हाँ कर दो बना दो नहीं बोल सकते करना
Some confused हो जाएंगे.
नहीं doesn't matter, we'll all do it together. It's बहुत माशाल्लाह
Yeah,
Masha.
I don't know whether I know it or not, but I will try, because if I try, then I'll learn.
those who try here never forget. MashaAllah. So it started with fa'ala. We do it together. So stay away from fa'ala.
क्यों मुझे
Okay. So
फआला
fa'ala, fa'alu, fa'alta, tum, fa'alna, yaf'alu, yaf'aluna, taf'alu, taf'aluna. 4 fingers. Taf'aluna, af'alu, naf'alu. If
لا تفعل
لا تفعل فاعل مفعول فعل وفعل هي فعلت ويفعل هي تفعل أنت تفعل ما شاء الله. Excellent. You got the prize.
واو ما شاء الله.
So kana means he was, remember, or he became. His two means he was or he became. And taba means he turned to, remember, he said he turned to from tawwab. So turn to means turning towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we also learned tawbah was also from this word. So let's do kana, table of kana. Kana, kanu, kunta, kuntum, kuntu, kunna, yakunu, yakununa, takunu, takununa, akunu, nakunu, kun, kunu, la takun, la takunu, kain, dash, kon, wakana, hiya kanat, wa yakunu, hiya takunu, anta takunu, hiya takunu. So kana means he was or he became. Kanu, they were, they became, they were. Kunta, you were. Kuntum, you all were. Kuntu, I was. Kunna, we were. Yakunu, yakunu, he.